Beri perlindungan maksimal untuk keluarga Anda. Baru Pepsodent Complete 8 dengan zinc mineral. Kurangi 99% bakteri dengan 8 manfaat yang terbukti secara ilmiah. Pilih perlindungan terbaik dari Pepsodent untuk seluruh gigi dan mulut keluarga.
Perhaps as a result of what we saw in the first half, Thailand are to make 3 changes. So Tanawat will make way. He has actually been very regular in this tournament, a starter. Perhaps a little bit more control in midfield. Wow, Tirisandanga is off. And Adisa, who had a fantastic tournament last edition, will be up front. And Wiratep also comes into the mix. And Wiratep goes into the centre-back role that was taken up by Paui in the first half. Your thoughts on these changes, Roshan?
I mean, when you look at Thailand's squad, they've got incredible quality. So I don't think there's going to be much of a dip. If anything, when you think of Pitiwat coming into central midfield, it just helps secure things a bit more on the defensive front. I think he's a different type of player than Tanawat. And Pitiwat can hold the ball a little bit more, stronger physically, can play more of a defensive presence there than if they need him to. Adisa coming on gives them a chance to give Tirasin a bit of a break. He's worked very hard for them in this competition, but also Monopoking here, rotating the squad around, giving opportunities to some players who perhaps, the likes of Adisak, for example, have not seen much in terms of minutes in this competition. And he still will have that physical presence up front and ability to hang on to it. And then Wiratep coming into central defence. He played
not his natural role, but he did that in the last one.
Yeah, first leg, had to go into central defence after the last goal, picked up an injury. And he did a really good job.
Yeah. Paui was having a couple of problems, wasn't he? He was facing Pratama Arhan on that side. And Ramai as well. There was Pratama Arhan. Before mentioned Ramai. So the mission here, Roshan, 3 more goals for Indonesia. 3 unanswered goals as well, we have to be clear. Adisak touch for the new forward, Borden Pala. Here's Tiraton. That was about as good a half as Indonesia could have hoped for, perhaps. Another goal would have just given them an extra bit of belief, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would have going into half-time with 2 goals, giving them a big boost coming into this second 45. Would have made it a lot more exciting for us neutrals as well, and for Indonesian fans here in the stadium and out there watching along.
There is Chanatin. Back to Tiraton. Hits him up, ball across. Just too close to Tadeo. No way that Chipchok's going to get to it. Would you say that certainly the substitutions, or at least a couple of them, would have been a reaction to what they experienced in the first half and how the Indonesians came hard at them?
Yeah, perhaps a bit of that, but also I think, I said this in the first half, for all that Indonesia did in the first 45, for all the effort, the intensity, and the enjoyable way in which they showed up here, still is just 1-0. It's still that 3-goal cushion for Thailand. And Mano Moking has spoken about trusting his squad and the ability of the players in there, and he's shown it throughout this competition. And he's got quality in that Thai squad to use.
Yeah, he has said that from that good result in the first leg, they feel a little freedom today, and he said they wanted to play the way they like. So no reason to change that. Didn't certainly have that freedom in that first half, but as Roshan points out, it is still the one conceded.
And also, I think, going back to the substitution, so you think of Pitiwat coming on, gives them a bit more control in the middle of the park.
Yeah. It's a reassuring presence, isn't he?
Right. And he can sit if he needs to, he can go box to box. That's not an issue for him. You know, at times in this competition. I'll come back to that.
The ball. Yeah, that's very well done. Something we see do too much of, Ramai.
Play from the left winger, one of that front line, back to help his side out defensively. But yeah, Pitiwat can play box to box, can sit in front of the defence. At times in this competition, he's had to protect that back line.
Doing everything they can to help their teams, their respective teams. This will be watched by millions around the world as well. It's captured the imagination. A region of more than 500 million people. Football mad region in Southeast Asia. They've been treated to some superb football over the last month or so. There is Pitiwat. Up to Chanatip. Need to really get the ball into this game. Chanatip, quite by his high standards in the first half. Oh, and Malana taken out there. Good touch to line one, I should say.
Rame banget.
Di streaming.
Claiming an elbow into the chest of Witan. Referee. What did he go into his pocket?
Sama aja. Di PRT.
Yeah.
Itu bagus
It's
kan.
a wild touch from Wiratap, and the forearm. Looks to just have gone into the
Siapa Pak?
chest of Witan.
Haji Bakir ya?
He's up fairly quickly. Wiratap has been on the pitch for 5 minutes. 6 minutes and he's in the box.
Yeah, Shintaeyong's trying to make it
Very politely.
in the case for an elbow.
He did say he wasn't expecting to be beat by such a big margin in that first selection, Taeyong. Blamed that on the lack of experience in the squad, but he said, I don't want to dwell too much on that defeat. I want to keep encouraging the players to focus on the positives. Thailand had the perfect match. His team had not played so well. Oh, that ball just wouldn't fall to David Setowan.
Wiratap, who was just coming back in, getting a touch on that. Otherwise, Derek was in behind. Two errors defensively here from Thailand. Just see Wiratap in the wrong side.
Thailand.
Recover, put the ball
Ah, makanya
away
jadi bisa
from
kalah sama
Derek.
Thailand.
There's Tonton. Does love to come in field, doesn't he? All the way from left back.
You see when he does move in field, see Morden push out wide onto the left-hand side. That's a way for them to maintain their shape, maintain their balance. And now they just hang on to the ball long enough in Thailand for them to again restructure. So Tonton can move back across, and now Morden can push on forward.
Delightful ball. Back on everybody. Drags it back. One touch there from Tim. He's done so well. How many times have we seen him? More than Hana. Can he finish off a tackle? Over the two. And then substitution.
the pressure from two Indonesian players who are fighting to win it back. Kept the ball, super chop, played it into Mordin, who's actually trying to wrap his foot around, trying to create an angle so that he could wrap his foot around it and guide it towards the far post. Couldn't quite get it out from underneath his feet. So decided to have a toe poke at it. Nadeo could only push it out into the center of the penalty box. And Adesa has come on and made a difference. And I think that should be it for Thailand in terms of the title.
His 11th goal in the AFF overall, his first in this tournament. He scored 8 in the last edition where he was the top scorer, but that one very, very important indeed. That might put to bed some of the ghosts he may have had after missing a penalty at the end of that semi-final against Malaysia, which saw the Malaysians go through in 2018. But that, as Roshan said, is probably it though. Who knows? But a good early start for Indonesia in the first half, and now for Thailand in the second.
They've regained control of this game, Thailand.
All three of the subs have clicked. Wirata preventing the ball getting to Didik. Adisa scoring that goal, and Pity Wat in midfield to control things.
That's right. Chanting. Look at how strong he is there as well. Of course, now he's just one to the back of him.
Just going back to that goal, Roshan, it was chanting, remember who onto the ball and build up to that goal.
Right.
Incredible. Again and again, here's ball in front. Turn ball forward. Super chop. Neil. Just clear. Ramai can't clear the ball himself.
Masih bertemu. Ya, masih bertemu. Ah, tanya dia aja lah.
Indonesian dream. What an impact down this left-hand side. Fighting for it first to these second balls, and it's unfortunate. I think Nadeo would have had that covered. There wasn't too much pace on that shot. But excellent work by Superchok to set this one up. And Asnawi sliding that one into the back of his own net. You know, there's been a bit of drama around Asnawi in his reaction to Forrest Ramley's penalty that was saved. They could have given a free kick for that, but decided to play it on. Shot from Saraj, going into the back of the net via Asnawi.
Great goal. Asnawi, I think that shot from Saraj well, a warning it to Saraj. It would have been off target. Either way, it was covered by Nadeo and came off Asnawi. That looks like it will be it. You would think. 6-1 now is the aggregate score. And the response is to bring on another striker, Anis, one of the players of the tournament for Indonesia, Irfan Jaya. What or who will they sacrifice? Could be like for Didik and Anis. Ramai also have to make way. Well, it's very loud and celebratory in the blue part of the stadium, as you can imagine. Celebrations have certainly started. Brilliant to see. So it is indeed Anis coming on for Didik Setiawan. And Ramai makes way for Irfan. That's between those two, they tend to flip with each other.
positive for Indonesia in terms of his attacking output. Irfan Jaya, Piti Wat coming across and showing his power and strength. It's won back well by Witan Sulaiman.
Was that a foul? Was that a foul? Irfan can't believe it.
I'm not quite sure that was enough for a penalty. They give it a clever pass in behind Kinsada. That arm across. Perhaps another referee on an update. We see that arm across and felt that Irfan Jaya was being taken down by Kinsada.
You always run that risk, don't you? When you place your hands on the opposition. Here's Ricky Kambuaya. Nice little touch on to Witan Sulaiman. Easy. Of approval there from Surah. Who will probably be the most happy and relieved person in the stadium, Russia.
Yeah. I was going to say his teammates bailed him out, but I mean, even if he's conceded that one, he still had that cushion.
Offside there for Adisak. What a devastating couple of minutes that was for Thailand.
Yeah, I mean, this has just shown the ability to go up a gear, I think, if they need to. The changes that were made in terms of the personnel, but also just that sudden change in the tempo of their play with the ball. The fact that Indonesia, I think, had just dropped off at the start of the second half and gave Thailand the time to get the passing rhythm going. It was back to that passing move. Some wonderful movement off the ball. And then the finishing has been clinical. Fortunate at times, sure, but still they've got the job done.
Oh, lovely work down that left-hand side. Here's Pertama Arhan. Looking to get that into the path of Anis.
This guy is a rock. He's been an absolute rock at the back for Thailand. Kinsada. Pertama puts his head up looking for Hanis, the 6-yard box. But Kinsada's there. Reads danger early. Quick steps across to cut out that the pass from Pertama into Hanis.
Good position there. They've scored his first ever goal for Indonesia. His fourth appearance. The youngster, 22 years of age, has been so many of these players. Not that far away. Another player who has impressed. Alfie Andra.
Changing the corner routine up there with Pertama Arhan, receiving pass from Irfan Jaya. I think how Alfiandra just seems to run on to this. Lucky.
Alfie Andra plays like a grizzled veteran. He's 20 years old.
Yeah, I mean, I think one of the big differences between a lot of people look at say Indonesia headed towards another AFF Cup final defeat, the sixth in the history as a nation in this competition. But the difference, I think, between this side and perhaps previous sides is that it's a very young team across the board.
Yeah.
They're only going to sort of grow together as a generation, as a team, and I hope they're allowed to do that. I really, really hope they're allowed to do that.
They shouldn't by any stretch be looked at as a failure. Leaning backwards, Anis.
And getting bodies into the box, expect in a situation like this, as Egi hits it back into Hanis. He's off balance as he hit that. Just unbalanced, shot at goal.
Sandanga, the most shots final today. Here's Egi, foul on him. Petiwat. Quickly shusses his opponent.
As I said earlier, that this Indonesian side allowed to develop together and grow together over the next few years. And that Young is given a chance to do his job properly. You know, Southeast Asian football needs a strong Indonesian national team. I think the more you have the likes of Thailand, you have Vietnam now who've stepped up to the plate and challenging the big boys in Asia. The more you have competitive teams, and you hope that Indonesia can join in that. Malaysia trying to step up to that level. The more you can have these teams competitive of a similar sort of level, that helps to generally grow the game in the region as well.
Here comes Thailand. It's quite the run, isn't it, that from Supertop. To his tracks, he's being born at Asnawi. He puts it there in the quadrant.
Again, wonderful skill. Bit of trickery. Snowy eyes on the ball all the way, intense focus. Makes a good tackle.
He wasn't one that was nailing down a regular starting place in this lineup. Vala. He certainly grabbed this opportunity. Short one to Chanatip. He can still go for that top scorer award. Here's Wiratap. Dropping. What that goal, of course, has done, Roshan, with about, came with about half an hour or so more to go. Kind of killed it off, didn't it? Really, that it's difficult, isn't it, for the Indonesians after this? It's a sucker punch.
It is. But it's a credit to Thailand how they responded. I mean, no, I don't think it was the best of first halves. But again, they were only a goal down on the night, 3 up on aggregate. But the second half response, the changes that they made, the control that they've now asserted on the game, they've regained that element of dominance, element of control. It's put them in such a good position.
There's Chanatip. They might be hungry for a few more. Back to the Thai skipper. Very Fakhruddin. Now good sana. How will they play out these next 25 minutes or so, ties? Gordon. Now Supertop. Everybody getting in on the act. Down, play continues. Indonesia giving away. They're boxed in at the moment.
Yeah, they can't get out. Just the control from Thailand. They've got bodies around. Every time they lose the ball, players are in close contact with each other. Nice close connections to link those passes, and when they lose it, they can press together as well. Saraj busy. Center of the park, linking those passes together. He is involved again. He's gone from left to right, back in through the middle border. And this is how they've moved Indonesia around.
Chanatip shot. Blocked by Fakhruddin.
When they lose it, they pressed and won it back. It's Chanate would pounce on that loose ball, that loose pass from Indonesia.
Oh, he's ridden out one challenge, Chanate.
Can't touch them at the moment.
Good to see another player who's been on the fringes here, Sivakon, about to come on. Very, very good, isn't he? Whenever he's had the opportunity.
Sarge has had a very good second half, being that connector in midfield. Decided to sit in the middle of that back three, take a bit of a breather.
Step through, Narubani. Who's going to get him in? Shot. Chanate is blocked. He's got a big smile on his face, hasn't he? Mana poking. And now that change to be made.
Yeah, they got this opportunity so well here. In possession, patient, until the key moment, until the key pass, until they find that breakthrough in behind. It's crying out for that cutback. The defence had dropped off. Almost invented a new word there, dropping off. It dropped off onto the edge of the 6-yard box.
85% passing accuracy. Chanate's had more touches in the second half. He certainly got more involved, and I think this is where Roller rather play Russian a bit further up the pitch. Very offensively minded player, isn't he? Can't be easy if you're Asnawi now. You've got Thiraton and Roller, but it might just also allow Roller to run. Thiraton's going infield again a little bit.
Good pass, move, next connection. Spurs moving into spaces, so the options for the play on the ball and the composure being shown. Challenges coming in, they're being put under pressure, but they're hanging on to it. Thailand, and they played their way out of this press incredibly well again.
Beautiful space that Tonton was in. Ball up to Superchop. Goes for Adisak, but it's going to go to Narubadin. Superchop. Chanate. Last ditch from Asnawi. Here's Roller. Just come on. Player from Port. Born in Munich. Moved to Thailand. 2017. Down now.
They're frustrated now, the Indonesian players. And Thiraton, he saw that challenge coming from a mile away. He knew it was coming. Just took the contact. That's experience from Thiraton. See, he's got his head out. He knows the challenge coming, release, and he just jumps, gets himself out of danger's way, out of harm's way, but still takes the contact. Chanate wasn't happy. And I think Chanate has been given a yellow card as well. For his part in that, running over to have a word with the referee. He can't believe it.
He's not happy with that decision. But both skippers have gone into the book. Clever play there from Thiraton. Replaces Rahmat Irianto, who, like his father now, it would look like both of them have unfortunately lost in the Suzuki Cup final against Thailand. There's confirmation confirmation of that booking on Channel Tip. Adisak Raison. Now Narubaden. Oh, almost, wasn't it? Adisak. And look hungry for more. Winner tap. 64%. Now they've certainly asserted themselves a lot more in the second half, and a big credit there to the changes that Mana Falking made, just to make sure that they could off the momentum. But not only that, they have gone on to score 2 goals. One has gone over to that right hand side for a bit. We talked about this youthful side, Roshan. Are we thinking now the next Suzuki Cup or the one after, this is when they really come into their own in Indonesia?
Well, I think they certainly be favourites, one of the favourites for the under 23, the AFF under 23 championships that's coming up very soon.
With the bulk of this team, wouldn't it?
Most of the squad will be involved in that competition.
Yeah.
And they can take these experiences along with them into that campaign. I mean, Thailand and Vietnam not going anywhere. The challenge is for Indonesia now to rise up to that level. You'd expect Malaysia becoming strong in the next campaign as well. Perhaps having more of a stronger squad that they were able to call up for the next campaign. Singapore another side potentially on that. Philippines maybe with a bit more preparation time, and again being able to call up a stronger squad will be another team that will be a huge threat. So there's been a lot of issues around some of the teams in terms of the preparations coming into this.
Here's Roller, going strong. Probably had no choice but to put it out of play. He's been the veteran on this side, shall we say.
That's what Roller gives you. Pace, energy, in the wider positions. A lot of fun. Roller.
Came into this tournament late, flew in from Germany. He's been very much on the ball whenever he's taken to the pitch. There are the fans, you saw a little shot of them there. The Thai fans are certainly having a real blast. There you go, a great view of them. Here's Tonton. Sada now joining the party. Stands the ball up. Almost away. Tonton having a go.
And it's all over Indonesia at the moment. They're picking up these second balls, these loose balls. And Kritsada is not comfortable enough that he can get forward and join in these attacks. Just one back by Thailand. Tonton deciding, that's opened up for me, why not have a shot at goal?
Touch on there from Tonton. So aware, isn't he? Adisak. Waiting for Narubaden to make that run, and here he is. They have fitted so seamlessly in this squad whenever they're called upon. And it's been so good to watch.
You can identify the style with Thailand, whether it's a team of the second 11 whoever comes in, they know exactly what their roles are, what they're supposed to do, which positions they're supposed to occupy, and that's great coaching. It's great coaching. I mean, credit to the players as well for being able to take that on board and adapting to that.
The interesting thing that's come out, Roshan, in the last couple of days is that he's only contracted Manapok until the end of this tournament, and he said there have been no talks for now. Of course, they're totally focused on finishing this job here. It's quite interesting. He said, of course, if you look at the number of touches there, Tonton was the most.
Drops off a little bit, drags Wiratap along with him before spinning in behind. There, lovely, clever pass into him by Witan. That's a great finish from that angle and from that distance. To find the far post, this will give us the best view. There we go, Witan. Turn, chipped it in behind, and I didn't expect him to score from there. Goes through the legs of Tonton, who was looking at Silwarat thinking, come on, what's going on? Listen, it's a really good finish from Egi.
Second goal in this tournament, scored one against Singapore.
I think Silwarat reacts a little bit too late to that shot. Perhaps he's been so comfortable at the back in that goalkeeping position. I'm not sure he's had many touches of the ball in the second half. But he just switched off. It's not been the best of matches for Silwarat. Best of outings for Silwarat.
Could have perhaps done better from that angle, that distance. You'd have thought it would have been favourite.
Can they at least go on and try and win it tonight?
Yeah, that would give them something, wouldn't it, to hold on to, but I think they've certainly done themselves proud tonight. Here is Hannes. Into Krinsada. Just going back to that point I was making about Manapoking, and he said we want to stay the #1 nation in Southeast Asia, so it's important to have continuity in. And he said he hopes to be part of that because he sees a great future with this side. So the success has come down to the players. They've done an unbelievable job. So it's crediting a lot of the players, but I think he's got to take a fair bit of that credit too. It's given them belief again because they had a very poor World Cup qualifying campaign by their standards.
That's right, yeah. So this final warning. Referee trying his best to send anyone off. I think he's made the right call, just to have a word with Asnawi. I think that's a legitimate challenge to try and win the ball back. I think
we should also add, Roshan, for these two legs of the final, the officiating has been absolutely fine.
yes, it has been. It has been fine. And I think the second leg of Thailand-Vietnam as well was good. It was really good. Saraj concern here is feeling his hamstring.
Might be it for him. Still have one more change to make if they won.
There's no point risking it. There's no point risking it. I mean, the Thais already won.
You think, as we look at this goal now, the one that Saraj scored, I thought this was going out of play. Roshan, perhaps you can...
Looked like it could have been just going out of play. Nadeo would have had it covered. If it's going out of play, it's not on target, then it's an own goal for Asnawi.
This is what I thought it might have been, but we'll be generous right now.
Listen, I don't have an issue with him being awarded that goal. I think he's been very good for Thailand. He's been the connector in the middle of the park for them. And this is really great to see.
Yes.
Jetpop getting an opportunity.
If I'm not mistaken, I think he's the only player in their squad who has not had any game time. And I'd like to think he would have got some time anyway, but he gets to have some minutes here. And we're seeing Shahiran Abimanyu as well, one of the overseas contingent players for JDT, coming on for Indonesia. And he'll come on. It looks like Afrianda Devanga. Oh no, he's going to come on for Anis. So Anis was only on for a short while.
I think he's picked up an injury.
Yeah. Let's tell you about these two players that have just come on. As I mentioned, plays for JDT, 22 years of age, another youngster for his 8th cap. Very, very sparingly used in this tournament. Indonesia can they push for a third and get that win in these final few minutes. Here comes Chante, he'd like another goal, wouldn't he? But he snagged both the MVP and top scorer award. Jempop, 25 years of age. Finally coming on. Debut as well for his country. So special moment for him. Nice way to come on in the AFF Suzuki Cup final. Irfan.
Great story, J-Pop as well. Someone has had to work his way back up to the top level in Thai football. Many times players, they regarded as high prospects, losing their way along the way, and then for him to work as hard as he has, get this call up to the national side, and now we're making an appearance in the AFF Suzuki Cup 2020 final. So nice little reward for him.
Wyatt wants that to fall for him.
Strength there between Witan and Mitiwat. Let's go shoulder to shoulder.
Done well there, Irfan. He's still going. Oh, it's a real push here. For the ties, but Philip Roller. Oh, heavy touch from him.
there now, Thailand. Sevan Dimas needs to try and get something going.
Asnawi. Flag has gone up for offside on the Indonesian skipper.
Just to give it a go. It's unfortunate there, Asnawi. He's a wonderful footballer, Asnawi. He's just going to get better as he gains that experience. He's got all the right tools. Incredible fighting spirit, great heart. Gets up and down that right hand side.
4 minutes left in this match. Here comes Philip Roller. He's been switching between left and right. Got a real live wire. Chanatip. Now Adisak. Roller. Chanatip. Cleared away. Ricky Kambawaya, he's got no support in the box, but he's done well here. Kambawaya, referee, does not point to the belt. For a second. For a millisecond.
He fooled us there, didn't he, referee?
I thought so.
I thought he was looking to point to the spot. Kambawaya again, I mean, I think he's been outstanding. Indonesia's best player, he throws himself to the floor in a desperate attempt to win a penalty. But I'm joking, of course. I would have just given it to him. Just for his efforts tonight.
We are well and truly into added time here. Stick around if you can, of course, for the presentation.
How about that for Wiratep as well? Adding ball-playing central defender to his CV. You know, there are lots of ways to win football matches, but Thailand have done it the best way. The most enjoyable way to watch. It's been a lot of fun. It's how they control and dominate matches, how good the players are, technically and tactically. They might add another one here.
Oh, that's far away, is it? Adisak.
Found a wonderful balance in the team, the positions that they take up, these players, and the team structure, the team shape that they've got. Obviously, the players' individual quality making a massive difference. Was an arm left behind from Tonton, referees.
Unnecessary. A little bit ugly at the end of this match. Tonton's been told to get back, and a yellow card given quickly by the referee.
Referee quick on the scene. Show Tonton the yellow card. There's an arm thrown out the face of Fegi. Still having an argument, Fegi and Tonton.
Final chance perhaps for Indonesia. Try and get that third. Not that it would change anything overall. There's a foul in the process, and that will most likely be it.
Mano's already getting ready to celebrate. He's got Wasapon along with him. Arms outstretched. Looks like his lucky outfit. His black shirt, rolled sleeves rolled up, tucked into his jeans.
And clean underwear.
And his same underwear, but clean underwear.
Yes.
His dry cleaners have been working all the time. But it's Thailand, here, Shazad.
And there you have it. A record-extending 6th AFF Suzuki Cup for Thailand. They have proved too strong over 2 legs for Winners in the final, Indonesia, who gave it absolutely everything today, but fell short in 2 minutes, where as many goals were scored. Thailand, deserving winners, Fish Roshan Rai.
As I said, many ways to win a football match, many ways to win a tournament, but Thailand's way has been absolutely the best way. It's been so enjoyable to watch them. They've controlled everything since the start. They've controlled matches, the way they've set themselves up, the quality that they've shown. Technically, tactically, it's been a brilliant watch and it's been wonderful to analyse. And it's a deserved, really deserved title for Thailand. Back on top, kings of ASEAN, kings of Southeast Asia, kings of the AFF Suzuki Cup. On to bigger and better things now. And it's good to see Thailand sort of back up there. You know, after the last couple of years, it's not been going too great for them on the international stage. Mano Polking, you mentioned that perhaps his contract's not quite sorted yet. I don't see why.
Get that man a contract.
Get it done.
Absolutely.
Famous words in the world of punditry, right? Get down that contract, let him write whatever he wants on it. I actually think that he won't let us down, Mano Polking, in terms of that comment.
Adisak has done his part, hasn't he? Got the all-important equaliser just to kill things off a little bit. This team returned to the top of the tree. And they've shown, having been stung really in the last couple of years since the 2018 AFF, where they didn't have all their star players here, that they are kings of Southeast Asia once again. The final score here at the National Stadium is Thailand 2, Indonesia 2. On aggregate, they win 6-2 and take back a 6th AFF Suzuki Cup. So as we await the prize-giving ceremony, the stage being set up there on the National Stadium pitch, as you can clearly see. We look back at what has been a superb tournament from start to finish, twice postponed. You can see Egi Maulana there, who flew in a little bit later than he would have wanted. But he had to complete his league obligations. We're giving the Man of the Match award out very soon indeed. We'll get that sorted out, but they're celebrating at the moment, the Thais. But having it, first of all, Russell, in a centralised venue, of course, from a COVID point of view, they had to do it. The Thais have had their league go on, haven't they? And they just cut it short not too long ago. Mano Polking didn't have that much time with the side, but they've come in and they've prospered in this bubble that we've had to create for this tournament.
They have. I think the benefit of Mano coming in is that he's worked in Thailand for a long time. He's very familiar with the players. He knows all of them. He knows the culture. He understands it very well, and that's crucial. That's vital for a foreign coach coming in to understand the culture that you're getting immersed in and to find a way of working with it. And he's done incredibly well, and it's paid dividends for them in the competition. So we see the Man of the Match award for Ricky Kambuaya, another one I'm happy with.
Yes,
another one I'm happy with. It's a deserved one for Ricky Kambuaya. I think he's been Indonesia's best player. It's unfortunate he was on the unfortunate for him and for Indonesian fans, he was on the losing end. Not on the night, but on aggregate.
So those are your stats, and Thailand really managing to exert far more control in the second half.
Second half was a lot better from Thailand. The way they just controlled and dominated this game. Just a sign of how good a side they are, that they could go up a couple of gears and say, we're going to control this one, we're going to dominate this one, and they did.
Indonesia, they're going over to their fans, who've been brilliant throughout, and you know, the word, I think you and I have said it a number of times, that this team needs patience, this needs time. Let them grow, let them flourish.
Absolutely. And without any unnecessary interference, let the team grow, let the younger players go out and develop and try and challenge themselves in other leagues, higher level leagues. It's been a really good positive campaign for Indonesia and the national side. It's a very young team, very young squad. Shin Tae-yong's a highly experienced head coach, knows what he wants out of his team, knows how he wants them to be playing, and I think they've made their fans very happy.
Let's now hear from the winning coach, Manupolking of Thailand.
Coach, you joined the team not too long ago. How impressed are you with your players over the tournament?
Yeah, I must say they did a